Hey, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another video, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be reviewing the Combiner Wars Deluxe Class Wheeljack. And this guy is a repaint slash remold of the Titan's Return, the Combiner Wars Breakdown mold. I can't say if that's a good mold or not, because I don't have it. This is the only version of that I have. As a matter of fact, this is the only Combiner Wars figure I have, so yes, that's interesting, and I am planning on getting some more, so I know I'm very late, but leave me alone. I've been collecting Marvel stuff. So yeah, this figure's pretty good. He has some problems like lack of paint, but overall he's a pretty nice figure. Although I am planning on getting the Earthrise Wheeljack. For now, he's a decent Wheeljack. And let's be honest, if you're a child, you just want a figure to fiddle around with, this is really nice. So start off with his accessories. He does come with this sword gun thing, which I believe is the same one that came with Breakdown. As you can see, it's done in pretty much black plastic, with then the blade is painted silver, and it's quite nice. And you can either, with this tab here, you clip it into his arm here, if you want to kind of get a Starscream Null Ray vibe, if you want to do that. He can hold it as a gun, or you can hold it as a sword. And storage is pretty much just and that's your storage. Or you could have it sticking out the back, but yeah, you can store it in his feet if you want. So you do have options, and as Emgo would say, options are good, which yes, they actually are. So yeah, that's his gun. Then he comes with the Combiner Wars hand slash foot slash gun thing, and it's just black. It's moulded in black plastic. It's got a kind of engine detail moulded into it, these two gun things, and yeah, it's not that bad. You can pop the hand out, fold this forward. It can either be a right hand or left hand, or it can be a foot, if you would call that a foot. I mean, okay. So yeah, and you can, once again, hold that as a gun. If that's what you want to do, you can do it. And again, you can probably plug it into his foot. So if you want, you can give him a massive surfboard foot thing, I don't know. I believe the proper way of storing this is, there is a couple grooves here. Camera focus, camera, yeah, a couple grooves here, and I believe they're supposed to slide over this bit here, and you line them up, and then you just slide it on, and it should hold it terribly. So yeah, but then you got this just sticking out, and it can still kind of fall out. So the way I like to store this, and the way I have it stored when it's displayed on my shelf, is I take the foot and I just fold this in. I take this port here and I just plug it all the way in, and yeah, and then it doesn't stick out nearly as much, and it doesn't look that bad, if you ask me. Sorry, kind of see how I've got my phone set up, just propped on a box. So yeah, you can have it like that, and it kind of looks like one of Wheeljack's inventions. And then if you want, you can, if you have his head straight, you can fold this up, and it'll kind of fit over the grooves in his head. Don't know if this was intentional. And then you can come to the back, fold this up, and it holds up there, and then he's got some kind of cannon thing. He's kind of got a shoulder cannon, which is one of the things this figure is missing, because as far as I know, you can't fit this on his shoulder anywhere. So yeah, that's a shame, but oh well, what are you going to do? As for the figure, the head sculpt is very nice. I mean, unfortunately the back is just all unpainted. It would be nice if his ear things were still painted on the back, but he is very nicely sculpted. It's positioned, for me it kind of seems a bit weird. I feel like his shoulders should probably be in line with his neck, but his head's a little bit further forward. So turning his head around, I don't know why, it just seems a little bit weird for me that his head's that far forward. But oh well. On his arms he's got 705. That's one thing people complained about, lacquer paint, but he's got an Autobot symbol there, which is outlined in silver, and it looks very nice. He's got red and green here. Fortunately, his windscreen thing isn't painted here, which is a bit disappointing. You can see the combiner port under there, and this guy does have some nice moulded detail. It's always nice. Come down the arms, he's got a green stripe there. His arms are pretty much unpainted, other than the little number there and the green thing. Coming down here, he's got some nice moulded detail again, but again, not much paint. These are done in black. Some paint there, bit hollow there, that's due to transformation. Come alongside, his wheels are painted though, which is nice. That's pretty decent. Sorry, the recording that I was watching just suddenly froze, so because I'm watching it on the screen on my phone and it just froze, so I got a bit confusing, which is why I stopped talking. And then his feet, you got a serial number there, or whatever it is. Come along the back, you just got all this hanging off the back, but oh well, it's tolerable if you like me. So yeah, that's pretty much it for his robot mode. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It's got quite enough. He can look up, look down a little bit. He can do a full 360, and he got quite a little, quite a bit of side to side. The shoulders are on a ball joint. Can't move out that far. They can do a full 360. So then you've got a kind of bit of, I've forgotten what it's called, but they can kind of wiggle a little bit. The lower arm is on a ball joint, but then you've also got this joint here for transformation. So if you really wanted to, you can have this come up like that for transformation to reveal the hollowness beneath. So yeah, you can use that if you want, but I just like to leave that down because the ball joint does enough for me. That can swivel as well. Nothing at the hands. He does have a waist swivel. Camera focus. It can swivel. I'm not sure if it can go all the way around, and I'm not going to try. His legs can move out that far, forward, that far, back, that far. He does have a swivel. He has just under 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and his toe, he's got toe bend there, and the back spoiler, that's his heel, can move up and down as well. So he's pretty well articulated. The feet are sculpted at an angle to kind of have his legs spread a little bit, which is quite nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation and detail. So, for comparison, here he is with the Studio Series Voyager Optimus Prime, and I think that works. I do have the Earthrise one somewhere, but he's about the same height as that, so, and they do look quite nice together, because I do feel like Wheeljack should be kind of smaller than Prime, so I think that works really well. Here he is with the Siege Voyager Megatron. And again, I think that works. I mean, don't worry, don't have corona. Obviously, what was I going to say? I've lost the word. The Earthrise one will be in better scale with the Megatron, but yeah, that works if you ask me. What I say? Does anyone else think that the new Earthrise Megatron looks a bit shrewd? I mean, it just looks like the Siege one, but the face just looks a bit off to me. I don't know why. It might just be the promotional images, but oh well. Here he is with full Cybertron Deluxe Jazz. As you can see, Jazz is a little bit smaller. He works better with the power of the Primes one, but I don't have that one. That's over on my shelf, and I don't really want to get it out because knowing my luck, I'll knock everything off. So yeah, I mean that can work, but there he is with full Cybertron Jazz. And here he is with a more recent Deluxe. Here he is with Earthrise Deluxe Hoist. And as you can see, I think that works. 2 engineers. But obviously you can get the Earthrise one, but I just got this at a local shop, and he was cheap. He was like 10 quid, so thought I'd just pick him up there. So it was complete, and I think he works. So there he is with Hoist, who I might do a review on. But then again, I said that about Soundwave's cassettes, and I don't think I've even done one on Soundwave yet. So there you go for size comparisons. Yeah, so let's get down to combiner modes. And here you have him in his foot mode, which is alright. I mean, it's Combinable's foot. And you do have the option of leaving these bits folded up. I just had them down so I could say that and I would remember, which it doesn't really make a difference. It takes off maybe less than, well, just over a centimetre in height probably, so it's up to you at the end of the day. And there's I don't know why, but he didn't want to transform this time. I'm pretty sure I've done it right, but if I haven't, then that'll be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? And obviously he does have the combiner joint there. Yeah, I mean, it's a leg, isn't it? And obviously you can store this. You know, so you might be able to. You can kind of angle it and have it stuck on the back there like that. Oh, sorry, I was really far away for a second. You can have it plugged into the hands. But the way I think you're supposed to store it is get this tab again and just plug it into the arms. Just have it there. And obviously, as for articulation, you've got the combiner joint rotates there on a ratchet, comes up and down on a nice clicky joint, which would be knee bend, and he can swivel at the foot. So yeah, that's pretty much it for leg mode. So now for arm mode. And it's also quite loose at the hips. They're really weird. But yeah, it's an arm, isn't it? And if you want more elbow bend, you can turn it that way. Turn the hand around, and you get a lot more bend, and it's a lot stiffer because obviously it's the knee joints. And yeah, it's an arm. Again, you can have these bits folded down if you want. It can be a right or left arm. Yeah, it's an arm. There's not really much else to say about it. Again, storage, just stored. Although it's probably best to have it on the back one, so then it doesn't clash with your elbow movement. And yeah, it's an arm. Articulation. You've obviously got the movement of the arm again. You've got a swivel there, obviously due to the waist. You've got double jointed elbow, although it doesn't really do anything. You've got wrist swivel, if it focuses. Thumb moves, the actual fingers move, and you can move the entire thing like that. And yeah, it's an arm, isn't it? Yeah, here's his car mode, and it's very nice. I do actually really like this. It looks like wheeljack, and which is quite good because it is wheeljack, and it's got all the things. The low front wheels are painted. You've got some more detail up here, another different Autobot symbol. If you want, you can pop that up, and you can probably fit some kind of figure in there. Yeah, it's actually really nice. I do actually like it. Underside is. It's not actually that bad, to be fair. I mean, the head's covered up by this. It's not that bad. You could have a lot worse. This is the paint on this is really nice, but yet the robot mode is just a bit. Ugh. And you've got all detail here of grill stuff. I don't really know cars, so the windscreen's all painted all the way around. Got this red stripe, like I said, Autobot symbol. You've got wing mirrors, stripes down here, that's 705 again. Not much paint on the, well, no paint on the back, but oh well. Detail up here, and I really like it. I mean, weapon storage is a bit, just plug that up top there if you want to have a turret. You know, again, that's the proper weapon storage, you just plug it on the side, you can have it all the way around. And the way this stores I actually really like. I don't know how similar this is to Breakdown, it's probably the same. What you do is you take this tab on the thumb here, and there's a slot back here if the camera focuses. I don't know how many times this is going out of focus, and I'm incredibly sorry, but oh well. Okay, but you can see it. You can see the slot there. And basically what you do is you plug it in there, and then you bring this down, and then these two little ridges there will go into these little slots there. Then we can line it up. There we go. Now come down, and it should plug in. Alright, and there we go. And I've got to say, considering how stupid guns on a roof usually look, this doesn't actually look that bad. Especially when you consider the fact that it's wheeljack, his whole thing is crazy inventions. It's not that bad. It really isn't. I quite like it. I really do. This is one of those cases, like Generation Springer, where I think the weapon on top actually works. And he doesn't really gain any height or lose any. Well, he loses height, but then you can just, if you want to ruin it, you can plug this on the side like that. Alright. And then yeah, it's car mode. It looks really nice. I really like it. Now for size comparisons, here he is with Studio Series Voyager Prime. As you can see, he loses quite a lot of height, although he's still kind of the same height if you stand him up like that. I've got to combine the limbs, but if you, in his arm mode, he's about the same height. In leg mode, he's about the same. He's about up to Prime's waist, I'd say. That's it, there on. Here he is with Megatron. And again, same thing. Here he is with Jazz. And once again, here he is with Hoist. And if you don't know, I really like Hoist. He's a very nice figure. I mean, do I do my nitpicks again like that? But I'll do that and talk about that in his review. But yeah, I really like him, and I like Hoist as a character. So there you go. So overall, I would pretty much highly recommend. I wouldn't highly recommend this figure, but if you just want a fun little wheeljack to just mess around with, or if you want to combine a limb, he's quite nice. Again, if the lack of paint bothers you, then obviously don't get him, but I actually quite like him. He works for me. And at the end of the day, when you're collecting, the person who matters most is you, and what you like. So, if you like him, don't you? And I quite like him. He doesn't bother me. So, yeah, leave a like, and yeah, if you're new, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Yeah, thanks.